Hey guys, you caught me in the midst of making some sous vide pork belly and also some chuck roast. So here's the pork belly right here. This is some marvelous pork belly. I got this just a little while ago at Costco. So I'll show you the label. This boneless pork belly that I got for $4.49 a pound, okay? And there's a ton of it there. I'm gonna flip it into the sous vide machine for like 24 hours. And let me show you some of the prep that I'm doing. I'm doing this minced garlic and also some salt. And that's it. I already did a batch of them here. They're in the bag, ready to go in. See what that looks like. And then all we have to do is take the excess air out of there. And we're ready. We're gonna do probably, it looks like 4 bags of that. But hiding underneath here, I found this luscious beef chuck pot roast. Look how dark that is. I was asking Mom earlier today when I was at Costco, what is best, to buy the red meat or to buy something that looks okay and is a little bit lighter in the meat. And we both agreed that it'd probably be better to buy the one that looks like it was richer, right? Maybe we're wrong in that thinking, and maybe you can chime in the comments, but that's currently how we're gonna do it now. Both of these meats, the pork and the beef, are gonna cook for about the same time and around the same temperature. So I'm thinking here for this, we're gonna do this at 24 hours at about 140, 143 degrees. And then for the chuck roast, we can also do at 24 hours. And let me see what I did. I can look it up in my Anova sous vide machine, how much we did it for last time. I think it was lower than that. Yeah, I just checked there. It was right around 143, and it came out medium. So this is gonna be perfect. We can do both at the same time. The sous vide is big enough to accommodate all that stuff, and let's get started. So the way I'm doing this, I'm like laying out a layer of the Himalayan salt on here. This is to completely salt it. You can do this just by sprinkling it over the pieces if you want to, but the reason I do this is because I just lay these guys right down in the salt. And then I have like a little paper towel here to kind of spread out the salt. No big rocket science here, just trying to get the salt going around. Now, it looks like a lot of salt, but when you're cooking this way, the salt actually goes into the meat, and we got some very heavy fat stuff. So, yeah. And then next I put like a coating of minced garlic on there. And that's about all I'll need. Now I'm gonna put it in the bag, in the Ziploc bag. And then you can do what you want. I mean, as far as, spicing it up. I have garlic on some, and just garlic and salt on some. And then a couple of the bags I did in this smoke seasoning. So that's what it looks like. And we're gonna do that on a couple of the bags that I have out. And see how that comes out. I think it'll taste really, really good. Alrighty, and now onward to this is beef chuck pot roast, boneless, choice, okay? Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is like open this guy up, and we're gonna season him as well, and then put seasoning in also in the bag. This one I'm gonna season a little differently. I have some ghee that I'm going to be putting along with it, so it kind of simmers in that oil as it's cooking inside the sous vide. All right, super duper. Got all my stuff here. Take a look. All these. This is the beef. Got it all packaged up, and then got another one right here. Then the pork I have sitting over here at the end. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get all the air out of them by using the immersion method. That means you just take the bag and sink it into the water, and then Ziploc it at the very end, right? And actually it comes out pretty vacuum sealed, believe it or not. And then what I'm gonna do is put them in the refrigerator for overnight, and we're gonna cook them up tomorrow. All right, so they should be done Tuesday morning. Yep. Okay, so we got this thing filled up. I'm going to show you how this actually works. You just take your bag and slowly, see how all the air is coming out of that thing? You slowly go toward the top. And I can get it even closer here so you can see. So we're getting the air just kind of pops out the top, and then you just make sure none of the water, of course, goes down inside the bag, because that would be a disaster. We don't want any water from the tank going down in there. But up at the top here, if you notice, I am sealing the Ziploc. I know there's some talk about using Ziplocs and these things that, you're leaching plastic into your food. And these are BPA free. This one's taking a little, because I'm distracted. Sometimes you get a little food in there too. You don't want that, because it will leak through that. Notice there's a little crumb right here, but the reason they have two seals is so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so now you see, I'll push the sous vide back a little bit and put a little towel down there. You can see that the meat is like right up against the plastic, see? And then all of the goodies, stuff that we put in there, can marinate in there as we put it in the refrigerator overnight. I'm gonna do it with all of the bags, and yeah. So BPA free, the silicone bags are just, right now on what we're working with, they're just so frickin' expensive. I hope they get cheaper as the years go by. All right, day 2, getting ready to put this big boy together. All we have to do is fill the tub up with water, attach the heating element, put the stuff in, and put the top on. And while that is filling up, I'm going to get the stuff out of the refrigerator in our nice little Ziplocs. Got a lot here. Hopefully it marinated perfectly. That's what we want, right? And ooh, look at that pork belly. All right. Making sure it's not leaking. Okay, ready to go. This thing's gonna be full. Man, I'm glad I didn't fill up with water completely, because look at all that. Now, I've done this before, and it'll work. You just got to make sure that water's like circulating around the back here. So here's where the circulating heater part will go in, right here, and plug in right there. And it just fits onto the side there. And we'll plug her in. There we go. 91.6 in there. Okay. They are in, the top is on, and what I do on mine anyway is I give them as much free rein. I push the bags all the way in there so they can be separate a little bit in the water. And once the water starts flowing, they'll like find their way in there. They'll get out of the way of the current that's coming through from the water, so it'll flow just perfectly. So this is looking really good. And so it just kicked off. It's at 88.5 now. It'll go down a little bit because remember the meat inside here is cool out of the refrigerator. So as the water circulates, it's going to come around here to the thermometer and show that it's lower, right? And then it should show us how much time's left. Once it reaches 140 degrees, that's what I have it set on. So when we get up to 140, then the clock starts for 24 hours and not before. So everything's in there. All we have to do is just wait till tomorrow, right? And that's it. Looks crazy over there, doesn't it? Taking up the whole sink top. But that's it. And I would show you tomorrow what things are going to look like. But I'm pretty sure that you've seen on some of my other videos how these meats come out so nice and tender and so, oh gosh, so flavorful, because the sous vide slow cooks at such a low temperature the meat, and the whole process just has a chance to like not degrade anything. The moisture stays in the meat stays its big giant size thick consistency, and it's just delicious. So, and the pork too, I'm excited. I'm going to try that. Yeah. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for leaving your comments about this and about anything else. If you're interested at all in a therapeutic keto diet, this is for a diet for if you have some kind of issue going on health-wise in your body. It's not for losing weight, although that happens too. But it's more for a therapeutic type of thing. Just send me a message, DM me. I am Naples Dave on almost every platform. So you'll be able to find me easily on Instagram. Just started an Instagram channel called Naples Ketogenic. So I hope you join me over there as well. Got videos going up over there. Thanks so much. Thanks for the support on my journey here, and we will catch you on the next video.